Don't let these tears fool you. There's all dog around this mug. I'm good.
Hey, what's going on, Who Dat Nation? It is yours truly, TJAY Jones. And yes, I am the host of the State of the Saints podcast. Thank you all so much for checking out the State of the Saints podcast, where we talk New Orleans Saints. Who Dat Nation, I decided to go live a little bit earlier tonight. I mean, this is the final game of preseason. And, the game is still going on right now as I speak. They're in the third quarter with about 13 minutes left. The Saints, were facing a 4th and 4. More than likely, it's going to be a punt here. But all in all, I mean, the first half, it was some positive things. It was some negative things, of course. But I will say this, a lot of things that we seen last week with the Chargers, a lot of those things have been fixed. I didn't see too many penalties from the New Orleans Saints. The offensive line, haven't been forced any holding penalties or anything like that. And, you also are seeing some improvement from guys that have been called out. And you also have seen some things where, guys have, we've been singing their praises. They've been taking a step back. And, first I want to just mention just the beginning of this game. I know some people are probably concerned about the game or whatever and how it started, but I mean, the Houston Texans, they played their starters at the beginning of the game, and the Saints, they were with their second and their third string players out there. So, I know C.J. Stroud got that touchdown, which, he threw a really good pass. And you also seen a couple dimes that he threw, that pass that he threw down the left sideline. That was a good play by Alontae Taylor to break that up. So, I mean, C.J. Stroud looking pretty good, and also, the running game of the Houston Texans, offensive line, most of them were they starting offensive linemen, so they were able to kind of push the Saints back. But a lot of positive things from the New Orleans Saints. Number one is Brian Brzee. I mean, he's basically was dominating the line of scrimmage. I mean, with those spin moves, the athletic ability that he possesses, the offensive line of Houston could not do anything with him. We also seen Isaiah Foskey finally getting a sack, finally, coming into his own, which is a positive thing. I was very, very concerned over the last couple of weeks when it comes to his consistency at, trying to get at the quarterback. But, he finally got home, and that's a good thing. Some guys that, more than likely have not made a case for themselves to make this team is Isaiah Yedem. As I'm looking at a 2nd and 9, let me see. Jake Hayner throws the pass. It is completed. It looks like it was to A.T. Perry for a couple yards there, about 3 yards. So, Jake Hayner is going to be playing the most of this game, which I feel like he should. I think that we pretty much know what we have from Jameis Winston. And this guy needs the reps. More than likely he's going to be the third string quarterback. Probably won't be dressing as much. But this is the type of experience that you want to get from a guy like Jake Hayner. Right now it's 3rd and 6. The Saints are in a gun right now. Here we go. Here's a snap by Jake Hayner. Looks, throws a pass down to Shaq Davis. Shaq Davis gets the first down. Good effort by Shaq Davis right there. Rookie out of South Carolina State. Sorry about that. Sorry what we did to your squad last night, Jack State University. But Shaq Davis making plays. Shaq Davis just looks the part. I mean, he just looks the part. He looks, like an NFL wide receiver. I mean, he still has some things he needs to work on, but I like the pass that Jameis threw to him down low. He was able to catch it. I mean, it just shows his athleticism. Jake Hayner throws the ball a little bit too wide there, incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10. But, I'm looking at Shaq Davis, I mean, he seems like a really smart player. He making some really good plays. Jake Haener, oh my goodness, whoa, what a shot that he took. Number 95 really hit him in the chops there. But Jake Haener, tonight, I mean, it's kind of up and down. This isn't one of his best showings, but I think it's probably because Houston is blitzing him a little bit more. But that's what you want to see. I mean, you want to see what he can do against the blitz. Okay, it's back to pass. Jake Haener steps up in the pocket here, delivers it, and it's caught. Unbelievable. Quan Baker, Johnny on the spot right there. Ball pops up in the air. Quan Baker comes down with it. So smart, good awareness by Quan Baker, who's clearly on a bubble. And it's good to see Quan Baker out there making some plays, man. I haven't heard much from him. I know he's been out there mostly in a blocking capacity, but it's good to see him completing some passes, though. I mean, Jake Haener, he's a tough quarterback. I mean, he's small in size, but he has a lot of fight, man. Here we go right here. Okay, nice dump off to Ellis Merriweather. Goes nowhere, lose a yard there. So that's going to bring up about 2nd and 11. So, I mean, Jake Haener, I mean, he's making smart decisions, but at the same time, like a lot of the passes that he's throwing tonight, a little bit off target, but that's going to come with time. That's when, the more reps that you get, the more experience you get, the better you'll become. And he's already been a really good quarterback when it comes to his accuracy. He completed 70% of his passes last season, his final year at Fresno State. So that he has what it takes to be accurate in the league. Here's a handoff. This is to Ellis Merriweather, who trips through the hole for a couple yards there. We'll see about 3 or 4 yards, bringing up 3rd down. Okay, so, I mean, the game's still 10-7. Let me read some of your comments. Thank y'all for being here, by the way. If you got something that you want to mention, if you're new to the State of the Saints podcast, you can always put it down in the chat. We would love to hear from you. Who do you guys who have you all been impressed with in this game so far? I think there's a lot of positives, especially like from guys that we wanted to see something from. But I can tell you who I'm not impressed with as we look at this 3rd and 6. Jake Haener escapes the pocket. Okay, gets some extra yards. And Jake Haener, oh my goodness, gets dumped over. And it should be a flag, but he ain't got one. Jake Haener making it happen, man. I mean, Jake Haener got some wheels, man. He was scooting. Not the fastest quarterback I've ever seen, but I mean, he's definitely taking advantage of it. I don't know how in the world that wasn't a late hit, but I mean, dude pretty much gave himself up. But anyway, I mean, good effort by Jake Haener. Still showing that fight, doing his thing. Here we go, 1st and 10. Ball at the what looked like the 30-yard line. Oh, good spin move by Ellis Merriweather there. Didn't do anything, but really trying to make something happen there. I'm really impressed with Ellis Merriweather. I'm pretty sure that the New Orleans Saints probably going to end up putting him on the practice squad. But I've been impressed with Ellis Merriweather. I mean, he has good size. Could be a bruising back. Jake Haener, thank you very much for the $2. Said, thanks for the flowers, TJ. You're a great talker. Well, thank you very much, Jake. I appreciate it. And let's see. Hey, TJ, I'm mostly happy with Haener and Brzee from the draft. I also think A.T. Perry is doing good. It's really good to see Miller doing his thing too. Yeah, it is. I mean, that, and also, man, you got to be Jonte Kirkland is really doing some things in this game. I mean, on special teams, making some really good catches, getting some first downs. I think it was one play on the out route. I mean, the ball went right through his hands as Jake Haener rolled to his right. He got to come down with that catch. But most of the game, Kirkland has been playing pretty well. This is a 3rd and 3 for the New Orleans Saints, almost in the red zone. Here we go right here, 3rd and 3 once again. They're in the gun. Here's a handoff, delayed handoff to Ellis Merriweather, who will not get it. So more than likely it's going to set up a field goal for the New Orleans Saints to tie this game up. But, look, right now what you're looking at is trying to see, more than likely, who is going to get those last spots. But also you want to put some good stuff on film for other teams that's watching. I mean, this is the final game of preseason for the NFL. So everybody's watching this game. So you get opportunity to really show the entire NFL what you're made of. So these guys need to take advantage of this. As Blake Grupe comes in on a 4th and 1. Here we go, 38 yards, and that is about as true as it gets. One of these guys are going to be kicking somewhere else between him and Will Lutz. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be Grupe since Will Lutz has been here for a while. So I don't think that they're going to get rid of Will Lutz, but Blake Grupe definitely gonna be kicking somewhere. Probably gonna be for Denver somewhere. Let's see. I already read that. Say Shaq has to make the roster. Yeah, I think he's gonna make the roster, but I think he's probably gonna end up being on the practice squad. Grupe nailing every kick, but so is Will Lutz. Best player right now, Jake. He is off, but IQ on point. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you're gonna have those rookie, woes every now and then. You're gonna have those issues where, it's gonna be an issue, because of the speed of the game. But once everything slows down, I'm very excited to see what type of quarterback Jake Haener is gonna be. I don't know if he'll be a starter in the league for years to come, but I think that with his skill set and his ability, and he'll be around the NFL for a long time. He definitely will do that. Let's see. We have our future kicker and quarterback. I don't know about that. I mean, you're not going to keep 2 kickers on the roster. And I don't see the New Orleans Saints getting rid of Will Lutz. I just don't see it. Like, Will Lutz has been as accurate as Blake Grupe has. You know what I'm saying? So, Blake Grupe has. So, if you have a guy who has been steady Eddie and, he's showing you that he's improved and it seems like the yips have cleared, I think you're going to end up keeping him. I think that Blake Grupe is going to be kicking somewhere else, but that's a good thing because the guy deserves to be in the NFL. Jameis wasn't bad today. Jameis definitely had a bounce back. This was a better showing from Jameis Winston. I will say this, there was one play where he had opportunity to run and scramble and slide for a first down, but instead he moved up in the pocket, which I want to give him credit for that because, he climbed the pocket, but, he had opportunity to get a first down on that one. But all in all, he has been – he was pretty good tonight. He was dead on. Even in the pregame huddle, he was extremely passionate, and he loves playing football, man. So you got to give respect to him in that regard. Any thoughts? DC not playing as much in preseason? No, I'm not really concerned about that. This guy's a seasoned veteran. When you have a guy that's been a veteran and played a lot of games and done a lot of good things in the league, what more do you need to see from him? You know what I'm saying? And it's not like you been not playing him and playing all the rest of the guys, all the people around him, all the guys that's going to be contributing to his success offensively weren't out there as well. So I'm not concerned about that, man. That happens. When you're a veteran, the game slows down for those guys, and these coaches are pretty aware at what these guys can do. It's time to bring back my guys' honest weekly prediction next week. Saints 4-4-5, Titans 10. The Saints will have the first ever 10 rushing touchdowns and 10 passing touchdowns, totaling 20 touchdowns. Let's see, TJ, what you think about Jimmy Graham fire he showed? Well, Jimmy always shows fire, man. Every time he gets a first down or something, he always gets up animated. He's very passionate. But it's good to see, him making some of those plays. Jimmy Graham, he's a big guy. He's a big target. And I think that's the reason why the Saints will keep him around. Jimmy Graham, to me, is not the starting tight end for the New Orleans Saints, not even in a rotation to a certain extent. But, like, when you get into the red zone, third down situations, this looked like a big run for the Houston Texans right here. That's not what you want to see, no matter who's in the game. But yeah, Jimmy Graham, there's a spot for him. Like, I wouldn't be mad if Jimmy Graham had 16 catches, 16 touchdowns, all of them in the red zone. I wouldn't even care. But you keep him around, man, because of his big catch radius, But I do think the NFL looking at this game right now, and they wondering how is a 36-year-old man able to beat these young whippersnappers in coverage. So don't be surprised if Jimmy Graham gets a call from the NFL, gets himself drug tested. You know they don't like to say, hey, Jimmy Graham about 36 catching these passes. Gonna be interesting. Bad angle by number 44. You know, look, I man, got Adam Humphries out there, man. Adam Humphries, wow. I was wondering where he is. Former Tampa Bay Buccaneer out there. So they talking about the kicker competition, I assume. I can't. I got the. I'm actually watching this on my phone right now as I'm talking to you all. So I got it down low because, of course, you don't want to be demonetized or cut the stream because you can hear the NFL in the background. Here we go. Play action. Dump off pass by the Houston Texans. Good tackle. Good sound tackle right there. Who is that? Number 54. I want to say, yeah, man. Look. No, I don't know if any of these guys that's out there right now more than likely going to be making the team. But like I said, if you are out there, this is a nationally televised audience. This is opportunity to make some plays. I mean, I'm looking at some of these guys. It's about who wants it right now. A lot of reserves, a lot of guys on the bubble, getting opportunities. I'm looking at guys like DeMarco Jackson. I'm trying to see what he can do. He gets down low. Good bend. Okay. Good catch right there. Who was that? Adam Humphries again. I mean, so look, Adam Humphries trying to make a statement for, the Houston Texans. Which, I always like Adam Humphries, man. Adam Humphries is a good slot receiver right there. But, good sound. Good coverage right there. I mean, that was just a good pass. All right, it's 1st and 10 for the Houston Texans. Here we go, the handoff. Okay, good tackle. Yeah, good tackle right there, man. Good sound tackle. Let's see. It's good. Jared says it's going to be a very interesting this week. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, to see who's going to, going to make the team. But I mean, if I'm a betting man, I mean, quarterback, we already know, right? Derek Carr, Jameis Winston, Jake Haener. Running back, we know it's going to be AK, Jamal Williams, and, Kendre Miller, and you're probably, as far as like special teams or something like that, you probably put Ellis Merriweather. That man can knit a sweater in that pocket. My goodness. But, and good group tackling right there, man, and a big thump by DeMarco Jackson. That's what you want to see right there, man, especially like since more than likely Jackson is going to be on special teams. This man was wide open right there. He had him. Oh, my goodness. But that's the reason why a lot of these guys probably ain't going to be in the league. And that's the reason why this more than likely Perry is a third string quarterback. But I'm like I said, I'm looking at some of these guys and, they got opportunity. If they don't have it here, it's probably going to be with the, some other team. But at wide receivers, I think A.T. Perry pretty much is your guy. Man and man wide open. And that should have been offensive pass interference. That should be offensive pass interference, right? I don't know if that's offensive pass interference or holding or something like that. I don't know what it is. Let me see what we got. Yeah, that's holding. Number 44, what in though? And he's been getting beat every time I look down at the screen. He getting toasted. My goodness. Let's see. What do you think about Mark Ingram trying to do TV? I think he'll be good at television. I think Mark Ingram is very animated. I think that he's funny. I think he's charismatic, and I think he'll do well. I think he'll do well on television. Do you think we pick up anyone after cut downs? I do. I mean, I think they'll pick up somebody, maybe one or two people. I don't think it's gonna be like a bunch of individuals. I think the Saints got a good sound roster right here. Even though, my goodness, man, just dragged them boys into the end zone. But another touchdown for the Houston Texans right here. Mike Boone. Good run by Boone there. A lot of the guys on this drive on defense, man, really didn't do themselves any favors. Tell you that. I can tell you that right now. That is not what you want to see. Let me look at some of these stats so far in the game for the New Orleans Saints. You got Jameis Winston was 11 of 16, 93 yards and a touchdown. Of course, he threw a touchdown pass to Jimmy Graham. Jake Haener, 10 of 18, 64 yards. He also had that big run for 26 yards. Adam Prentice, two rushes for 18. Kendre Miller, 8 rushes for 14. Ellis Merriweather, 4 catches as of right, 4 carries, for 8. Then you got Jonte Kirkland, 4 catches, 44 yards. Jimmy Graham, 3 catches for 34 and a touchdown. Lucas Kroll, 2 catches for 23 yards. What Lucas Kroll was doing, I don't know. It was one play, I want to say it was like 3rd down. Lucas Kroll catches the ball, stays on the ground instead of like getting up trying to get that extra yard for the 1st down. That's one of the reasons I don't feel like he's going to make the team. Shaq Davis got 2 catches for 18 yards. Quan Baker, 2 catches for 17. A.T. Perry, 3 catches for 12. Kendre Miller, 3 catches for 10. And you got a couple guys on defense. Nephi Sewell with 4 solo tackles, 6 tackles total. Jalen Smith, who should be on his team, with 5 total tackles and 4 solo. DeMarco Jackson, 4 total and 1 solo tackle. You got Isaiah Foskey out there, had the sack, and 1 tackle for loss, of course. But got a lot of these guys, man. I'm looking at probably gonna be tough for a lot of these guys to make this team, man. But like I said, a lot of talented players on this team, and I like where the Saints went out and tried to make it as competitive as they possibly can this offseason. So some of these guys are going to get opportunities on other teams. Fry is getting fried out there. Yeah, you ain't lying. Fry stay getting, man, that boy stay getting roasted and toasted. Barbecue chicken. Absolutely barbecue chicken out there today. Absolutely. My goodness. Every time I look around, that boy getting burned.
Barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert.
Let's see. Boone killed us when he was with the Vikings. Yeah. Good player, man. More like one of those scat back, catch the ball out the backfield guys, but he takes advantage of his opportunities. That's all you can ask for. We have to pick up O-line depth. Yeah, how about we need to pick up a left guard because Andrews Pete is not it. Andrews Pete out there getting whooped, smoked, roasted and toasted.
Barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert.
Barbecue chicken, fried. I know it's preseason, but every time I watch the Saints, I want them to win, trying not to take this game serious. Well, look, I'm not really concerned about this game, man. Honestly, man, these guys are going to get the hell up out of here virtually unscathed. Man, you're seeing all these injuries around the NFL, guys getting carted off the field. You ain't trying to see that. We ain't trying to see that. I want to see these guys get to the regular season because that's what matters, All the rest of this stuff, is good. And, of course, you want guys to be able to take care of their families and all that kind of stuff. But, ain't nobody, I ain't really taking this game serious. Honestly, that's one of the main reasons I'm live right now. I'm like, why, around the time this game going to be over, it's going to be almost 12 midnight. Like, why sit to the end? And, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like the guys that we've been excited to see and we feel like gonna make this team already pretty much playing, like none of these guys, all the rest of these guys to me, probably for the exception, maybe a few of these wide receivers, I think that, it's pretty much set in stone. Like they even said, like 45 of the roster spots already filled. So, I mean, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, what we got about, a few more roster spots that they can fill. But a lot of these guys, I feel like it's already a foregone conclusion. Like, I think A.T. Perry going to make the squad. I think Shaq Davis going to end up making the squad in the practice squad capacity. But I don't know. But, I mean, if they win tonight, good. If they don't, it's not the end of the world. Kirkland trying to secure one of those last wide receiver spots. Also, A.T. Perry showing the blocking skills. Yeah, I mean, that was a good block that he set up that first down for Kirkland at the beginning of the game. Jameis Winston throwing that wide receiver screen to Kirkland. That was a good block by A.T. Perry. Yeah, that's what you want to see, man. I'll be at the Texans game. Anybody going in the chat, let me at halftime and drink a beer. I guess let me know so we can meet up at halftime. Yeah, I mean, it should be a good game right there. This game means something to Dameon Pierce. Well, I mean, look, Dameon Pierce is a good player, very underrated. Had almost 1,000 yards. I think he missed a few games last season. So I mean, he was on pace to get 1,000 yards, man. But the injury that he had late in the season kind of caused him not to get it. But he's a young, promising back, and I think he only gonna get better as time goes on. The Saints should only lose 3 games this year: Lions, Patriots, and Vikings. The rest should be easy victories. Well, I'm kind of skeptical about the whole easy thing. Like I think that all teams that get better every single year. A lot of time right there throwing. Oh man, my goodness, almost an interception right there, man. Man, Jake Haener is doing some very dangerous passes tonight. Very, very dangerous, man. I mean, he's throwing it with a lot of confidence, but these players for the Houston Texans are really they really making some plays here. But I mean, look, DeMeco Ryans to me is probably going to end up being coach of the year. I think that the Houston Texans are going to be that team that is going to turn it around and be much better this season. So, I think DeMeco Ryans, I think that he is a guy who is a fiery guy, a passionate guy, and I think those guys can going to want to run through a wall for him. And man, good special teams play right there. Good special teams play. Let me see. This game means something to Dameon Pierce. I already read this. I say, who you think will be our punt returner this year? We've been sending a lot of different guys back there. I think it's probably going to be Rashid Shaheed still. I think he's going to still be returning punts and kicks. I think so. I mean, he's a third-string wide receiver. I mean, I don't think, I think if you're like a first, like a second, a number one or a number two, I should say, then I feel like you probably won't be doing any special team, but he's a third-string wide receiver. I think Rashid Shaheed going to be the guy. All right, here we go. Deep. The Saints back on defense. Here's the handoff. Mike Boone again. Gets a few yards right there. Look like tackled by Lonnie Johnson. It could be wrong. I don't know. Lonnie Johnson, I think he was tackled by. But anyway, let's see. TJ will be the top independent podcast in the NFL this year for the 5th year in a row. Well, look, I guarantee you that. I'm always going to be independent. Saints looking okay. Haener looks shaky. Defense looking good. Yeah, I mean, Haener looks a little bit off tonight, but I think it's the way that the Houston Texans are coming at him. Like I'm seeing a little bit more of some blitzing right here. But man, my goodness, that was a good push off right there. He up there hyped up. Yeah, you fired up, but ain't that offensive pass interference? That looked like offensive pass interference. I mean, am I wrong? Let me see what we got. Sims. Oh, yeah, man. He pushed off right there. That's offensive pass interference. Let's see. As aggressive as DA is with roster moves, I'm looking forward to getting a gem or two during the regular season who cuts some available players. Look, I don't know if they're going to get too many of those players. I mean, I'm telling you, like, the way that they set things up this past offseason, bringing in those guys who, man, these guys have been veterans. They made plays in the league. I think the Saints, they might get like 1 or 2 guys. Man, that man got a lot of time in the pocket. I mean, he taking a lot of deep shots right there, man. He really wants Adam Humphries to make this team. every time I look at Adam Humphries, he try to make a play. And they just got guys out here now. Which young players you have to see make this team? I see Shaq Davis making this team. I see A.T. Perry, of course, making a team. I think that he's going to be a part of the rotation. Like, I think he would have made the team regardless. The Saints probably would have at worst put him on a practice squad, but I think that he's going to be a starter, man. This is going to be a big play right here. That was much better than I thought. I thought he had some blockers in front on that screen. But no, I think that Shaq Davis, A.T. Perry, look also looking at, I think that guys like Smoke Monday probably gonna be on special teams. Kendrick Miller, of course, I don't think he gonna be somewhere like deep on the bench or something like that. I think he's gonna play. Nico Lalos, I think that he's gonna make the team. I don't care what anybody says. This dude have 4 sacks right now, right? I mean, you don't want to be that team that let a guy like this go. He goes to another team, and then all of a sudden, like, you wondering like why the Saints didn't keep him. I felt like, what I'm saying, like, to a certain extent, Traquan Smith would have made the team, but him not being out there might be tough, especially like since we seeing some of these guys step up as blockers, so I don't know. But as far as the young guys, they're probably on the bubble: Shaq Davis, Ellis Merriweather, A.T. Perry, Howden. I think he's going to make the team in a special teams capacity also. So those are some of the young guys that I'm looking at. Somebody said Lalos is not making the team. Well, if he don't make the team, it's sad. And he should be on the practice squad, but I think a team gonna pick him up. Man. Do you feel like Nico's can be like the guy we let go to the Bengals, Trey Hendrickson? I think so. I mean, look, you got to find a place for this guy. And to me, look, I understand you got Tano Passanio, you got Peyton Turner, you got, Cam Jordan, you got all these other guys. Like, man, but you got to find something for this guy. But it's going to be unfortunate, like, if he don't make the team, because he's going to go somewhere else and he's going to be a part of the rotation. He's going to make some noise. Send Smith to Denver for a pick. Like, what you gonna get for him? Probably at best like a 7-round pick, 7-round pick or something like that for him. Let's see. That's what I like hearing. The Saints think this schedule is easy. Man, I don't take none of this stuff for granted. I don't think anybody should take it for granted. And I think the Saints fans shouldn't look past any team. Like, if we think about this, the Saints didn't make the playoffs last year. And we're just saying optimistically that they're going to make it. So imagine like some of these other teams, they fan base feel the same way. And they probably looking at the Saints like, man, the Saints weren't good last year. They ain't going to be good this year. So we can't take these things for granted. Somebody said a 10-round pick. Okay, here we go. Kirkland getting out of bounds. Man, the Saints need to put together a drive here, man. They need to put together a drive. My goodness. I mean, let's see if they can actually get a drive going. Maybe set up a field goal, at least, at best. But yeah, I mean, score right now is still 17-10 Houston. 14:50 left in the fourth quarter. The New Orleans Saints got the ball right now. So let's see what they can actually do here. And I apologize, I'm not on camera, folks. Man, I went out of town this weekend, went to Columbia, South Carolina. I had to do something for the radio station. But the cool thing about it is I was able to bring my family, man. So we ended up spending the night out in Columbia. I was able to go to William Bryce Field, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Took some pictures with my family and stuff like that. Had Paxton out there taking pictures with former New Orleans Saint and legendary South Carolina running back George Rogers. They got a statue outside the stadium, and he took some pictures over there, man. And there was a picture that I took of him, and he was like staring at the statue of George Rogers. I said, wouldn't that be weird? Like, if things come full circle, if he's interested in football and he plays, and he was to go there or something like that, man, that would be insane, to have a picture like that. But I mean, it's fun, man. It's all like, that's the best part of my job, as a radio broadcaster. that I get to like go to these different events, and I get to bring my family with me, man, which is pretty cool. And you know, as the season goes on, you know, writing now and covering Coastal Carolina, get to go to Coastal Carolina games, and hopefully I get to do some traveling. You know, I'm going to a few Saints games this season in the Dome, and probably go to a few other away games that the Saints may have. Almost caught by Shaq Davis there. Incomplete, brings up a 4th and 3. I mean, the only thing you can do at that particular moment, I mean, Jake Haener gave him opportunity. He almost had it, man. Almost had it. Can't make every play, man. Can't make every play. Somebody said Jimmy Graham is still washed up from my perspective. Well, look, if you're 36 years old, you're not going to be the player that you once was. But I don't think he's washed up. I think that there's still a lane for him, obviously, you know. Yeah, I don't think Pete is fully recovered. I don't think so either. I think, and to me, why even be out there? You know, like you're the starting left guard anyway. You know, like so, why even be out there? I don't know if they just put him out there to get some reps. Like I don't know. They just got him out there for some reps, I guess. But look, that ain't what you want to put on tape. You know, if he's going back and he's watching that tape and he's seeing himself out there getting, you know, spin moved on by 3rd-string defensive ends, that's not helping your confidence. Is Houston really this good? Are they playing their starters? Or is it that we're not playing our starters? I mean, Houston is good. You know, they're a good team. They played their first teamers. You know, they played their first team starters. But, I mean, they're a team that's trying to get better too, you know? I mean, look, I'm not taking anything from this game. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, the Saints didn't have any of their offensive starters for the most part out here in this game. So this is not like the Saints going to play the Houston Texans later on in the year. It's going to be a completely different game. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a completely different look. So look, I know we want the Saints to win every game. And some of us are looking at this game with extreme frustration. And I can understand all that, but I wouldn't put too much stock into it. But that's just me. Lucas trying his hardest to make the team, but I don't know what you think, TJ. If we talking about Lucas Kroll, nah, too up and down for me. Too many tight ends in that room. If he is on the team, it's probably going to be on the practice squad. Just wait until the regular season starts and put that bum back in. You talking about Andrews Pete there? Hit the like button. I agree, man. Look, if you like the State of the Saints podcast, please hit the like button. I really appreciate that if you do. And if you're new, please subscribe. The Saints are trying to get out of there with no injuries, pretty much. Man. That's what I want people to understand. Like it ain't even. It's not that deep, man. I know, like I said, I know people want the Saints to win every single game, and I completely understand that. But you know. Oh man, John Cena coming back next week. I'm watching the little promo for SmackDown. Oh man, John Cena coming back. All right, pretty dope. Yeah, man. I was watching wrestling last week, man. Unfortunately, we lost Bray Wyatt, man. Really good wrestler, really good wrestling character, man. That was a tough one right there, you know. For all my wrestling fans out there, you know, Bray Wyatt is one of my favorite characters, man. What a talent, man. But yeah, that's one of those Eddie Guerrero type moments for me. Like when Eddie Guerrero died, you know, I can remember I was in my sophomore year of college. I was at Jackson State, and I was in the library. I'll never forget this. I was in the library, and you know, I was working on a paper, and man, I was in there for an hour, man, because the paper had to be supposed to be like 10 or 12 pages or something like that. It was on something, and I just needed a break. So I ended up, you know, going on WWE website, and as soon as I went on there, I seen the little graphic for Eddie Guerrero. It was like born 1967, died 2005. Man, I saved my paper, and I left the library, man. I was that hurt by it, man, because you know, that was my favorite wrestler back in the gap. Yeah, but rest in peace to Bray Wyatt, man. Rest in peace to Terry Funk too, man. Terry Funk, the hardcore legend. Chainsaw Charlie. Classic matches with Mick Foley back in the day. Cactus Jack. I'm probably losing some of y'all if y'all not wrestling fans, but hey, I seen that little wrestling graphic and just made me think about that. I love Coastal Carolina and Troy, Alabama, Deshaun Stoudemire, my fave, a straight dog. Yeah, man, I like Coastal Carolina, man. I mean, I have to learn, I had to learn a little bit about them, of course, but just learning about them and writing about them and stuff like that is pretty cool. It just opens up a different challenge for me, but I'm ready to embrace it and I'm excited about it. They have their first game at home versus Jacksonville State. Not this week. They play Pasadena against UCLA, but looking forward, man, to cover this team. Looking forward to possibly going to the games and stuff like that, and writing for them. It's gonna be pretty dope, man. And it's also pretty cool to be a sports writer now, man. Started on my own publication, GumboPieSports.com. Just learn about other NFL teams. Writing about different stories. I mean, it's pretty cool, man. Let's see. Jameis needs to be a starter in the NFL. Look, I agree with that. I agree that Jameis needs to be a starter in the NFL. I agree with that. I heard about him passing away at a young age, 36, man. That honestly, man, that shook me up. Like, this dude is a year younger than me, And I just think about that, man. Like, dang. And this man got 4 kids, man. I have one kid, like, he has one child, man. Ain't gonna never know who his dad is. Like, because that baby, I want to say, I don't even think it's if that baby is a year old, I'm shocked. And man, that just puts everything into perspective in your own life. Just makes you appreciate your life. Like, especially me as a father, man. Like, that's one of the reasons why, I try to take care of myself, and I try to, work out and, stuff like that, man. I had like, a little bit of issues with depression, which is the reason why, I took a month off from the show. But man, a lot of these things, just put things into perspective in your own life. I talked about that on my episode of the of Therapy Couch that I put out this Friday, and I was talking about that, man. But man, love every moment of your life, and cherish it. Even the bad moments, Definitely gonna miss Bray Wyatt. Been a fan since he was Husky Harris, when he made his debut with the new Nexus, Follow the Buzzards. Yeah, man. Yeah, he's always been talented. The Saints are losing at the Superdome. It's almost time to start heading toward the exit. Man, it's preseason, Jules. I mean, your team, y'all got y'all 24-game preseason record snap, right? But it's just preseason. Who cares? I taken an unproven player like Shaq and Lalos over Traquan and Bond. Yeah, I agree. Look, honestly, I don't even think Zach Bond gonna make this team. Look, if I can have Jalen Smith on the team over Zach Bond, bruh, come on, man. Y'all see what Jalen Smith looking like out there. That man all over the field. So, I mean, Zach Bond, what you see is what you get. Ain't really showed you much his entire time with the Saints. So, I don't know. I take Jalen Smith over Zach Bond any day. The Saints are trying to get. Yeah, I already read that. Yeah, man. I mean, look, I take Jalen Smith over Zach Bond. I won't take Jalen Smith over P. Warren and Demario Davis. I ain't gonna get that crazy, but I take him over Zach Bond. If we talking about who needs to be on this team at linebacker, like, Jalen Smith is talented. Let's see. I really hate that there were more Packers Saints games. Breeze versus Rodgers almost always lived up to the hype. We should have played them at least once a year. I agree. You would think like two legendary quarterbacks like that. I think that it should have been like a Brady versus Manning type thing. I'm also sick of these Colorado versus TCU promos that they keep putting out here, and I'm very, very upset at the promo. when they talking about Deion Sanders talking about making something out of nothing, they're gonna show a picture of him walking out the tunnel at Jackson State, and insinuating that Jackson State was nothing before he got there. Like, give me a freaking break. Like, I want this man to be successful at Colorado. I ain't got nothing against him, man, but to say that, you know, Jackson State wasn't nothing before he got there, I just feel like that just wide open right there. With that Lucas Crawl. Okay, there you go, Lucas. Way to finish. All right. Showing a little passion right there. All right. I mean, it's time for them to go on a drive, man. They've had 3 straight series. I mean, pretty much sputtered. And that's probably the best pass. That's probably the best pass Jake Haener threw all night. That's probably the best pass he threw all night. Now, there was a pass that he threw. I was talking about with John Trey Kirkland should have caught. That was a good pass, but probably the best pass that Jake Haener threw all night. All right, here we go. Ducks, and he is sacked. And is that I'm shocked. You would think a play like that, did he graze his helmet? Yeah, you know, you can't sneeze on a quarterback these days. Yeah, but the Texans are going to be good, man. The Texans are going to be good this year. They're going to be improved defensively because D'Amico Ryans is really good. That's his calling card. He got some guys came over from the 49ers with him. You know, guys like Jimmy Ward came over. His defensive coordinator came over. Offensive coordinator came over from him. So I think that, you know, they're going to be a really good team. And that's what I'm talking about right there. See what I'm saying? Lucas Crawl goes from making 1 catch, you know, looking real good. And then the next thing you know, an easier catch come through and he misses. See, that's the reason why I don't feel like he's going to make the team. You right about Bourne. Yeah, I mean, Bourne is what you see or what you get. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Lucas Crawl, to me, he has talent, but it's too up and down. It's too erratic. You know, like 1 minute he making a play, you know, getting a first down. Then the next thing you know, he dropping an easy pass. That pass should have been caught. Would it have been a first down? No, it wouldn't have not. But you still got to catch the pass. It's 3rd and 16. Here we go. The Saints are in the gun. All right, looks like a timeout is called. But it's the inconsistent. It's the inconsistency. That's what's going to keep him off the field. He's too up and down, man. It's the yo-yo effect. You know, it's a roller coaster of emotions. And you don't make the team like that. You got to be consistent. Got to be consistent, and he is not. Let's see. Already read that. And I'm just looking at some of your comments, and thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for being here tonight. How everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing on this Sunday night? Hope everybody doing fine. Yeah, I mean, man, the NFC is like completely different. I mean, a lot of young quarterbacks, a lot of guys, you know, have to prove, you know, that they can be an elite quarterback. I mean, it's amazing. There we go. Good run right there. Not gonna get the first down, but you know, good carry right there. Let's bring up 4th down. What we gonna do? What are the Saints gonna do on this 4th down? All right, see where they at. Okay, so they're gonna bring Blake Grupe out here, try to see if he can make this field goal. Here we go, right here, man. I mean, a lot of people looking at this right now. You know, a lot of teams still need a kicker. Not very confident with the kicker that they have. This is a 50-yard field goal indoors. Here we go. Kicker's up. And, man, incredible right there. He could have made that from 60. Straight down the middle. Man, if you Will Lutz, man, you like, damn this kid. Hey, Will, hey, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. Now he could have made that from 60 though. I'm telling you, man. Will Lutz on the sidelines, like, damn. I'm serious, man. Because can y'all imagine though? Like, I'm knocking on wood when I say this, but can you imagine, like, okay, if the Saints be like, okay, we're gonna roll Will Lutz, and then he has a season like he did last year, and then Blake Grupe goes to another team and just becomes Justin Tucker. but that would be so Saints though, you know. That would be so Saints. Like they always used to, like back in the day, not so much these days, but back in the day, man, they will always get players. They used to be not so good for the Saints, and then they'll leave and go somewhere else, and then all of a sudden, like they'll just be world beaters or really good contributors to their team. You know, but Will Lutz, man, I'm telling you, Will Lutz got to be like, damn, this kid. Okay, here we go, man. Come on, special teams. Come on, get this man on the ground now. There you go. Let's see, TJ, I live in Columbia. I wish I could have met you. Yeah, man, I was in, man, this is my second time going to Columbia in probably, like a month and a half. I love Columbia, man. I love going down there, man. Me and my wife and my son, of course, we went down there. And we ate at Kiki Chicken and Waffles. Yeah, man, Kiki Chicken and Waffles. That's my wife's favorite spot right there, man. She liked those red velvet waffles that they be serving up in there. But yeah, man, we go to Columbia quite a bit. Now I like Columbia, man. If I had like a radio opportunity or can, maybe cover like South Carolina, man, I wouldn't mind moving there. I'll be honest with you. I like it. I like Columbia. It seems like it's a little bit more progressive, you know what I'm saying? And it seems like there's always something to do. Plus it's closer to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, than just being on the back part of South Carolina, you know. Sometimes you have to gamble. I take Grupe considering less injury history. That's fair. So TJ, when can we expect a record prediction show? This week? Yeah, this week. I make sure I put it out this week. Y'all know how we do it, man. We do it at the end of the preseason. I mean, Charles, it's just been kind of crazy, man. I mean, I got like different podcasts that I'm doing now. I'm doing stuff for the radio station. So yeah, but I'm definitely gonna, it's still gonna be on schedule though. We still gonna be doing that this week. So look for the predictions episode of the State of Saints podcast to come out. Oh yes, I eat there all the time. Yeah, Kiki Chicken and Waffles, man. That spot right there. TJ, I'm trying to get chosen to do a parody song with some lyrics I sent him that makes fun of rappers who snitch on themselves in songs. I feel like you could put a verse down yourself. Oh, okay, all right, man. Good breakup by Troy Pride right there. He needed that. Troy Pride, you needed that one, man. Good, you needed that from a bounce back last week. Let's see. It's all good. I know you grinding. If you ever need a co-host, I got you. Yeah, I mean, look, I got some podcasts in the work, man. Like I said, I got the Therapy Couch podcast that comes out every Friday. That podcast just focuses on just my life, man. Because there's a lot of people out here that just know me from the State of the Saints, but there's other elements of me, you know what I'm saying, that I like to talk about and express. So that comes out on Friday. Man, somebody just muffed the punt. My goodness. Wow. Sloppy. Yeah, man, let's just get up out of here, man, and keep it moving. Yeah, man. Friday, man. Look, Friday, they don't even have to. Fry don't even have to worry about going too far, man. He can just, they can just have his bags packed already. Like Fry. What a terrible game. What a terrible game for him. Like this dude blocked his man into Jontre Kirkland. Wow. Fry, man, look, get that bum up out of here. Like he might as well just go ahead, like. Dennis Allen just needs to be like, man, come here, man. Just go ahead, take your helmet and stuff off, man. You can hit the showers early. That man been screwing up all game long. Like Fry, that ain't it, bro. That ain't it. But there's a Planet Fitness with your name on it right now. Planet Fitness trainer. They ready for you. Seattle Sea Dragons are calling. The Memphis Showboats are calling because. That ain't it, man. That man is
barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert.
barbecue chicken. If he think he making a team.
No, come on.
That man is not making a team, man.
He gonna cry in the car.
Let's see, Amazon delivery service. Here we go. He gonna cry the car. Some of these players are going to be on the team next weekend. Nah, I mean that's it. That's it, man. Look, Fry is done. That is Fry, man. Fry is done. That is it. He ain't got no more opportunity. That's it. Barbecue chicken alert. For real, man. That man is suspect. I mean, every time I look down at the phone, I'm serious. I'm watching this on my phone right now, right? I'm watching this on my phone. Every time I look down, he's screwing something up, like giving up a big play, whiffing on a tackle. Like, my goodness, man. I swear, only in preseason can you laugh at stuff like this. Yeah, I mean, look, it's gonna get real in the regular season. It's gonna get real in the regular season. Saints are back to pre-Drew Brees Saints. I guess this is a Houston Texans fan. Man, bro, just preseason. Calm down. Settle down, bro. Settle down. Man, settle down. Like, it ain't like you are. Like, if you are this in a regular season, then talk to me, man. But you on here talking, it's about preseason. Like, come on, man. Give me a freaking break. Like, seriously. Like, I ain't even mad at you. Like, I like the Houston Texans. I hope that y'all are successful. But, man, it's preseason. Like, slow your roll. That man, he excited about the Houston Texans. He got on YouTube and like, man, let me find the Saints page so I can troll. Like, dude, come on, man. It's preseason. Like, I like the energy. I like the passion, but it's preseason. All right, calm down. Said Dennis Allen is not a good coach, though. I mean, you preaching to the choir over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I don't know if you think these insults are going to like affect us or something, but I mean, everything that you saying, we pretty much already know here. This is not a delusional YouTube channel where we just wave the pom-poms over here. Like, seriously, like, yeah, we agree with y'all on that. He definitely has to prove something. What are we doing? I don't even know what. Okay, so it was reversed. Okay, so he got bailed out, but still, it was a terrible play. You know what I'm saying? Still, it was terrible. Still, it was absolutely hot garbage. I mean, I don't know, man. All I know is Fry needs to exit stage left. Let's see. JC is playing not to get. Poor guy, your team has never won anything. Well, look, like I say, man, I understand the energy, the positivity. You know what I'm saying? Him being fired up, watching his team on national TV look good defensively. They flying around the field, but it's preseason. It's preseason. Like nobody cares about this. Like, let's just be serious, man. Let's be serious. Let's see. Who that? We are looking forward to working with you at HNSN this season, TJ. Yeah, man. Yeah, shouts out to HNSN, man. I actually joined the network, of course. And I'll be working with them doing State of the Saints every single week. So I'm excited about that, man. Getting signed to a podcasting network. A network that's believing in me, a network that's on the rise, and, man, any way that I can contribute, to something that's already growing, that's going to be huge, is a blessing. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really fired up, man. So we're going to be starting that project, starting next week? Next week, we're going to be, first episode of State of the Saints podcast on HNSN. Excited. Yeah, make sure y'all. And also, you got to download the app too, the HNSN app. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all do that so y'all be able to check out the State of the Saints podcast. Yeah, man, that's exciting stuff right there, man. He kind of killed, he kind of stole the fire because I was going to actually mention that on the next episode about that. But I'm excited about that. Yeah, the State of the Saints podcast got signed by the HNSN podcast network. But let's see. He got bailed out, but Fry got to go. Yeah, Fry. Oh man, Ellis Merriweather, good run right there by Ellis Merriweather. Poor Jake Hayner is playing not to get hurt. Well, I mean, that's what you want. Let's see. That's right, a blessing. Amen. Yeah, it is a blessing, man. You know, man, I started this podcast in 2018, and yeah, like I said, we're in 2023, and man, we got sponsors, part of a podcast network. I mean, we've had some of the most well-respected. Like, I don't understand. Like, seriously, we've had some of the most well-respected reporters in the world of sports on this podcast, right? I mean, we've had Steve Weiss was on here last week. Steve Weiss has been on the show 3 times. Stan Verrett has been on this show. Jim Trotter has been on this show, right? Every Saints reporter that you can think of, probably for the exception of Catherine Terrell, has been on this show. Nick Underhill has been on here. My guy Rod Walker has been on here. John DeShazer has been on here. The voice of the New Orleans Saints, Mike Hoss, has been on here. Legendary right tackle Zach Streif has been on this show. I mean, bruh, like, man, my boy Mario Edwards was on this show. Man, we've had some guests on this show. I don't know if y'all do this or not, but go back into the archives. Rashad Matthews has been on this show. Man, I got my guy, Brian McFadden has been on this show. Man, my goodness, we've had a lot of guests, man. Emory Hunt from CBS Sports has been on this show. So, yeah, but we've been blessed to have a lot of people, come on this show, man, and I'm appreciative, man, that they, would be able, just stop by and talk to us about, about the NFL and their experiences and some of the things that they feel. But pretty dope, man. It's pretty dope here on the State of Saints podcast. Why are they showing Texas players and not the Saints players? I mean, the way the Saints playing right now, I mean, can you blame them? Okay, what we got? Where you kicking from now? Hey, if this man makes this field goal, where we at right now? This looking a 60. If this man make this 60-yard field goal, Will Lutz, goodbye. If this man makes this 60-yard field goal, Will Lutz, I love you, my brother, but bye-bye. If he makes, he ain't got it. He had the leg for it, though. He had the leg. Look how Will Lutz looking like, shit. That boy Will Lutz. That boy Will Lutz was scared. Man, Will Lutz was scared to death right there. Hey, he had the leg, though. He had enough. He had enough leg. That's all right, Blake. Hey, he had the leg, though. He had the leg for it, though. Will Lutz scared, boy. Will Lutz like, oh, snap. I'm still saying goodbye to Lutz. That's my boy, but damn. Hey, that man. that boy Will Lutz see the job flash for his eye. Lutz is worried. Yeah, he is. Like his job is safe. Man, Will Lutz was nervous, man. Will Lutz, he tried to play it on. Will Lutz was scared, man. Hey, but still, man, did y'all see that man kick? He could have made, man, he could have made that from, he could have made at least a 63-yard field goal. Man, these boys ain't trying to win tonight. These boys ain't trying to play tonight, man. What is that? On to Cincinnati, man. On to Tennessee. I'm just happy the next time we see Saints football. I see these referees don't want to get out of here. I'm just glad the next time we see Saints football is gonna matter. The new kicker sounds fantastic. Yeah, man, that boy almost made that 60-yard field goal. Will Lutz like day off next Friday. I hope he don't get it. Bet he won't get it. Hey, look, All I know is that boy on the sideline, he could try to play it off, man. But that kid applying some pressure on that boy. And if he would have, like, seriously, if he would have made that field goal, I think it would be time to call up Denver. Will Sean Payton act for Will Lutz? I think he will. I really hope we keep Blake. He had good games. Look, I still believe in Will Lutz. You know what I'm saying? I like Blake Grupe. You know what I'm saying? He definitely has shown a lot. But, you know, I mean, based on what I've seen, and quite frankly, look, I don't know if Will Lutz is upset, you know what I'm saying, because the Saints are allowing. I mean, you can look at this two ways, right? Blake Grupe is getting the majority of the kicks tonight because they're trying to put him on display, or it's just the fact that they're just confident that Will Lutz is their guy. So I'm just wondering, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just wondering, like, you know, are the Saints, are they putting Will Lutz on ice because they think about trading him? Do they feel like he's confident, like they confident and they know what they get from him, and they just want to see what Blake can do? I don't know. I mean, but the way he's looking on the sideline looked like, you know what I'm saying, he kind of, excuse my friends, pissed off that he's not out there. The real bullets are going to start flying soon. Exactly. Let's see. Sean could have Lutz for a 4th round draft pick. Yeah, you can have him. And the camera crew knew what they was doing. They put their camera right on. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. That's what it's about, drama, right? We have to prepare for the future, and that starts with the new kicker. Well, look, look. I ain't mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, that dude got a leg on him, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, you can't get mad at nobody miss a 60-yard kick, you know what I'm saying? Like 60 yards. But I mean, the fact that he got it there, that's the impressive part. I remember he missed field goal attempts. Yeah, I mean, Will Lutz had a terrible season last year. And that's the reason why Blake Grupe is here, you know? Must have been the win. Nah, it wasn't a win, just was a bad kick. It's indoors, right? I knew you was just being sarcastic with that. Got about 2 minutes, 38 seconds left. 4th and 2. So I'm pretty sure Houston is going to try to go for it, try to get this and convert it. If they get it, then, you know, they win and we can get up out of here. All right, here we go. Perry throws the ball. Wide open man, nothing but space and opportunity. Bad pass. You know, I mean, the dude was wide open. Ain't nothing wrong with space and opportunity. But good news is the Saints, they get themselves a little 2-minute drill here. So let's see what we can do. And shouts out to John Mechie, man. You know, I mean, the guy went through a lot, battled leukemia. Looked like he gonna play this season. So, man, you know, it's good to hear like stories like that. So shouts out to John Mechie, man. I mean, good player. Everybody know about him. You know, went to the University of Alabama. You know, really good player. I want to say he's from Canada, if I'm not mistaken. But really good, you know, really good wide receiver, man. Really was good in college. Looking forward to seeing what he can do in the pros. Lucas Kroll, you know, with the first down, gets out of bounds. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left. Let's see if the Saints can punch this into the end zone. All right, 2-minute drill. See if you can finish it out strong. Then we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show at that. Call it a night. It's been a long day for your boy, man. Got up this morning, drove from Columbia back home, went to the gym. You know, it's been a long day. Let's see. Snap. Jake Haener in the shotgun. Here we go. Got pressure. Throw the ball away. Get it out of there. Good job. All right. Brings up 2nd and 10. Backup O-line was not helping. I mean, that keyword is backup. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know right there. Kroll looking good and mop up. Well, I mean, too inconsistent for me. Haener throwing Dodge TJ, I think, by TV ahead. Yeah, I think your TV may be ahead, man. I'm at 2nd and 10, so with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left. Let me see what we got. Jake Haener, steps, pumps, runs. All right, good pass right there. Lucas Kroll again, converting on the first down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. Can the New Orleans Saints facilitate this 2-minute drive. All right, got to give credit to Lucas Krull on this one, man. Finding a soft spot in the defense right there. Jake Haener stepping up in the pocket. Man, look, people may not want to hear this, but I'm going to be real. Aiden O'Connell and Jake Haener. I watched quite a few rookie quarterbacks. Jake Haener and Aiden O'Connell probably were the two best rookie quarterbacks that played in preseason this season. That includes Anthony Richardson, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young. Like Tanner McKee played pretty good as well, but like Aiden O'Connell and Jake Haener have probably been like the two best rookie quarterbacks that have really taken advantage, of those opportunities. Let's see. Say Krull looking good. That's game over. Good night. I'm going. Let's see. Well, I assume something happened if Lee Huncho just said game over, good night. So let's see what happened. Let's see what happened here. All right, according to my television, it's 1st and 10. Let me see what we got here. All right, snap. Here we go. Pass. Face up in the air, and it is intercepted. Thank you. God bless. Good night. Okay, there we go. Intercepted by Arnold, who's had a really good game. I don't know. Well, from the looks of it, it looked like Lucas Krull. Oh my goodness! Nah, Lucas Krull stopped on the route. Yep, Lucas Krull. Yep, he was supposed to. Okay, I see what Lucas Krull was supposed to go a little bit, deeper into that route. He did not, but it is what it is, man. I mean, it's all right, Jake. It seems like it was just a miscommunication right there. But all in all, I mean, it's been a good preseason for the New Orleans Saints. It's been a good preseason. I mean, you finish with a record of 2-1. And you got some things that you can build on. Some guys tonight put some really good stuff on tape, made a compelling case for themselves. Then you got other guys out here that didn't really do anything to try to, help their cause. But all in all, I mean, I'm impressed at what I saw for the most part, especially like for some of the younger players, the A.T. Perrys, the Brian Brzezis, really, have really stepped up and made us really, really optimistic about what the season is going to look like. We seen Michael Thomas in a few games. We seen Jimmy Graham turn back the clock tonight. And also, man, just on the Houston Texans side, man, you got to give credit where credit's due. CJ Stroud, really good passing tonight. I mean, he showed some accuracy, showed some poise in the pocket. The running game of the Houston Texans, their offensive line looked pretty good. Let me see. We know that the Saints are still going to be playing. So what they're going to try to call a timeout, or they just going to let the clock run? Well, they on their final timeout. So if they get a stop right here, if they run a football, they probably get the ball back with about a minute. About a minute left. So still get another opportunity. We'll see. Let's see if they can actually get a stop here. If they can get off the field on 3rd down and 12. I mean, this is a moment right here. This is a moment for some of these guys out here right now on the bubble. Let's see if somebody can make a play here on a 3rd and 12. I mean, like I said, 31 other teams are watching this right now. Let's see if they can make a play. Here we go. Perry snaps the ball, hands it off right here. And no, they do not get it. He brings up 4th down. All right. Good tackle right there by Lonnie Johnson Jr. And there's a flag on a play. More than likely, it's probably going to be going against the Houston Texans offensive line. I'm pretty sure this will be declined, bringing up a 4th down. And it also helps the Saints if it is on the Houston Texans, if they stop the clock. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Yep, against the offense. And a penalty more than likely will be, it's going to replay the 3rd down. I would have thought you would have declined it, but hey. I don't know if that helped or not. I mean, you got 1 minute and 38 seconds left on the clock, right? I'm pretty sure more than likely this is going to be a running play. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is more than likely going to be a running play. So if it is, you're going to get the ball back with under a minute. That's what I'm saying. Thank you. I mean, that's smart. I'm about to say, decline that. I mean, that helps you. I mean, the penalty stops the clock for you. It's 4th down. You get the ball back. Yeah. I mean, let's just make sure that Fry stays as far away as possible. Let's get Fry away from the play. And let's see what we can do here, man. All right, here we go. 4th and 6. Punt is underway. All right, we got to make sure we secure this. All right. It looks returnable. But he calls for a fair catch. Okay. So you got 1 minute and 30 left. No timeouts. Jake Haener on the field. Let's see what we can do, okay? Let's see if the Saints can actually punch this in with 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. Way to get off the field, though. You got to give credit what credit is due on there. The Saints defense got them off the field, got the ball back into their hands. All right, let's see. Let's see what Jake Haener does here. Snap. All right. And that almost intercepted. I mean, Arnold has been all over the field, right? I can tell you one person that's going to be on the Houston Texans team is Arnold. I mean, Lucas Kroll, bro, how many times like you just going to wave your hands up in the air like, like somebody didn't, for PI or something. Like, nobody believes you at this particular point. And why is it that Lucas Kroll is the only, is Lucas Kroll the only receiver out here? Like 4 straight pass plays that went to Lucas Kroll. And that's dropped. Yeah, they ain't trying to win tonight. They ain't trying to win. Man, somebody please bail out your quarterback. And Ellis Merriweather, if you would have caught that could have been at least a first down. Move the chains, but 3rd and 10. 1minute and 20 left. Let's see what we got here. All right, Jake Haener. I mean, 16 of 34, 153 yards and an interception. Let's see what we got. All right, here we go. Steps up in the pocket, climbs the pocket, throws the pass. Off to the sideline. It is caught by John Trey Kirkland for the first down. At least somebody can catch. I don't know what's up with look, I don't know if him and Jake was talking. I'm talking, Lucas Kroll was talking. He was like, hey, man, look, I'm going to go out here and I just need you to throw me some passes, man. I'm really trying to make the team here. But, man, this is not working. I get it. Like, maybe in right in the middle of the field, you know what I'm saying, a little dump down. But, I mean, these routes that he running and throwing to – man, he just trying to make Arnold player of the game, isn't he? Arnold might be defensive player of the year. Sure. If Jake Haener was quarterback in there, it seemed like every time he's around the football. Come on, man. You got 1minute and 8 left. Come on, man. Make something happen. Come on. Who's going to make a play? And that's dropped. Yeah, man. Lucas Kroll is not making the New Orleans Saints team, yo. I'm sorry. Yeah, he is not making the team. That ain't happening, Captain. That is not happening. Let's see what we got here. All right, rolling out of pocket. Here we go. And Jake Haener gets a few yards. Okay, that brings up 4th down. 55 seconds left on the clock. I'm pretty sure some of y'all ahead. That's why I'm not looking at the comments right now. So I'm not looking at the comments right now. I'm looking down. So I'm pretty sure some of y'all probably ahead, or y'all probably already know what's going on. But I'm just looking down. All right. So let's see what we got. This is 4th and 4. 4th and 4. All right, here we go. Game on the line. 55 seconds left. Jake Haener snaps. Looks. And that is incomplete. Was it intercepted? And that's about it. An interception. Man, I don't know why they keep on trying to make that out. That ball should be thrown right now. That ball was late. That's the reason why right there. Watching him the entire time. Man, what a play. I can't even get mad at that. What athletic play. What athletic play. Man, I'm so mad right now. Get Kroll, however you say his name, get him off my team, man. Man, what Lee? Come on, man. It's preseason. Who cares? Like, seriously. Like, Lucas Kroll was a long shot making his team anyway. You got Jawan Johnson, Foster Moreau, you got Taysom Hill, you got Jimmy Graham. Yeah, he wasn't making his team. And like I said, it's preseason. Who cares? I'm just happy this game is over. I'm just happy this joint over. Like, for real. Like, they could have came out here preseason game 3, took a bunch of knees. I wouldn't have cared. Let's see. Our boy Jake was checking it down to 35. Yeah, it looked like, I don't know, he was trying to get Lucas Kroll to make the team or something, but Lucas Kroll, that is not it. That is not it, my friend. I like you. I thought you had, I think that you got some talent there, but inconsistent. The XFL is calling your name. Like him say, calling your name now. The XFL is calling your name, man. Yes, sir. Seattle Sea Dragons. What they call the New Jersey Generals. Yeah, they calling you, man. They calling you. What they saying to you? They saying, boy, we need you. They need you in a mighty way, as the church folks say, in a mighty way. That boy is XFL ready. Because that definitely ain't it. He'll be a star in the XFL. They need some. But final score, Houston Texans 17, the New Orleans Saints 13. My thoughts on this game is I'm glad that it's over. Now we can move on to the regular season and actually focus on some games that actually matter. Don't know who helped themselves tonight. I ain't going to lie to you. A lot of guys I just feel like was already going to make the team. I can't think of a guy that helped themselves tonight. I mean, can you? Who helped themselves tonight? I mean, we already knew Brian Brzee was a beast. We knew nothing was going to happen with Isaiah Foskey. You know what I'm saying? He's a second-round pick, for God's sakes. But he did show up. I mean, who helped themselves tonight? Jimmy Graham? Okay, I mean, to me, I think Jimmy Graham was going to make the team anyway. Yeah, Blake Grupe. Okay, Blake Grupe. Yeah, he made a case for himself. If he didn't make a case for the Saints, he definitely made a case for another team. I was hoping to see starters today. I wasn't surprised. I mean, what team, like, for the most part, do you see they starters play in the last game preseason? I mean, the reason why the starters for the Texans was out there because CJ Stroud played. CJ Stroud is a rookie, so that's the reason why. You are not about to have your star future, your franchise quarterback out there playing with second and third string offensive linemen. Like that's like, if you're doing that as a coach, like, you should be fired. CJ Stroud didn't recognize his former linebacker without the 20 Ohio State jersey after the game. Are you talking about P. Warner? Let's see. 107 in the chat, including my black behind, says, I'm going to need Haener to learn to take the check down. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think he was just trying to push the issue tonight. I mean, he definitely didn't look the part tonight. Derek Carr should have played. He ain't that special not to. Well, look, dude is a veteran, and you're not gonna put your veteran quarterback out there. You know, that's just the way that it goes. Like, I mean, you think the Jets fans mad that they ain't see Aaron Rodgers until the last game? Like, who cares? Like, you want to people want to make sure that they're starting veteran quarterbacks are available week one. And no need for them to go out there and take that level of punishment, especially if y'all putting the work in behind the scenes and, doing the right things and working on chemistry. I don't care. I didn't care. I mean, why would we want to see Derek Carr anyway? Why should Derek Carr play? Right? I mean, just to fulfill our needs. Oh, Derek Carr is out there. Like, I'd rather see him out there week one versus the Tennessee Titans when a game that matters. I mean, we already know what we got for Derek Carr. I mean, that's just what it is. Everybody know what he is. He's a starting quarterback, veteran quarterback, and the Saints weren't trying to put him out there in harm's way, and I don't blame him. I do not blame him. But I ask that you all hit the like button if you enjoy the State of the Saints podcast, if you enjoy the content. We went live a little bit early at the beginning of the third quarter, and we, now we're about to, wrap it up in just a few minutes. I know some people just joined in, probably were just watching the game, and they just wanted to check out some of this commentary and some of the Saints commentary. But we've been talking like throughout the entire time, like the game and what we seen in the second half. We can go over some stats if y'all want. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. The final stats of the game. Let me see. I'm pulling up the stats right now for the game. And let me see. Houston Texans. And let me see. Here we go. Okay, so Jake Haener, 17 of 38, 172 yards. No touchdowns, 2 picks, quarterback rating of 36. Absolutely awful. Jake Haener also had 2 carries for 32 yards. Ellis Merriweather, 8 carries for 32. Adam Prentice, 2 carries for 18. Kendre Miller, 8 carries for 14. Shaq Davis, 1 carry for a -5 yards. Lucas Cross, 7 catches for 106 yards. You got Jontre Kirkland at 5 catches for 63. Jimmy Graham, 3 for 34. Shaq, 2 for 18. Quan Baker, 2 for 17. All right, so let me go ahead and just go throughout, and I'm going to name, as I'm naming guys, I'm going to say who I feel like is going to make the team. All right, so let me see some of the guys I named. We know Jake Haener, Jameis Winston, they both making the team. Ellis Merriweather, I think he's going to make the team as more of a practice squad guy. Adam Prentice, he's making the team. Kendre Miller making the team. Shaq Davis making the team, practice squad. Lucas Crawford not making the team. Unfortunately, Jontre Kirkland, as good as he played, I don't think he's going to make the team. Not this team. Jimmy Graham will make the team. Quan Baker not making the team. A.T. Perry will. Already mentioned him. Nephi Sewell, long shot. Jalen Smith should make the team. Anthony Johnson, more than likely, won't make the team. Nick Anderson, practice squad at best. DeMarco Jackson will make the team, special team. Ugos Amadi, I think, more than likely he'll make the team as a special teams guy. Jordan Howden's probably going to be on the practice squad. John DeAbram, probably not. Alante Taylor making the team. Kyle Phillips, I don't think he'll make the team. Andrew Fry, nah. Nico Lelos, a coin flip. If I'm a betting man, I'm gonna say probably not, based on the depth chart. Isaiah Foskey making the team. He had a sack tonight. Prince Emili, nah, I don't think so. Jack Heflin, no. Jerron Cage, nah. Anthony Orgy, practice squad. Troy Pride, no. Malcolm Roach, absolutely. Tano Pasio, absolutely. JT Gray, come on, man, absolutely. Ty Summers, practice squad. Isaac Yadam, nah. Lonnie Johnson Jr., yes. Smoke Monday, yes. Brian Brissy, absolutely. So what's the way I think it's going. Man, if I'm a betting man, I'm gonna say Will Lutz makes the team over Blake Grupe. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Those are the guys that I think are gonna make the team. Okay. I should have had the sound bite going, huh? So when I be like Isaac, yeah.
No, come on.
when we talk about somebody that's just so doggone obvious that's not gonna make the team, like your boy Adrian Fry, right? Is Adrian Fry gonna make the team?
No, come on.
Absolutely not. Dude, that boy ain't making the team. That boy that boy Adrian Fry.
Fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
Yeah, fight for his life out there. You're fighting as hard as he can, man, but it just wasn't working. It just wasn't it. Boy, you crazy if you think Fry a lock for what? A lock for 24-hour fitness, LA Fitness personal trainer? Absolutely. A straight up lock for that. Right? But if you think he making this team, that's a joke. Let's see. TJ Adam Prentice at running back had me thinking. Thinking about what? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. He looked kind of shifty out there tonight. Like that one run that he had, but come on, man. Like the Saints too talented at the running back position for him to be out playing around with him. Tyrone Silas says, do you think we should make more moves for week 1? I mean, you should always like keep your options open now. You should always keep your options open. So, you should always be looking at other teams and seeing what they got rid of and see if, they can provide something for your team. I mean, that's just the way that it goes, I mean, to me, the Saints played pretty well this preseason. They played pretty well, but there's always other teams out there that's looking and trying to find guys, and so. All right. I think the only thing I'm gonna try to wait for the press conference of head coach Dennis Allen, and then after that we'll just call it a night. How about that? Because I know some people just joined in and probably didn't catch the entire show. So see, Hayner had a rough game, huh? Yeah, it wasn't his best showing. It definitely wasn't his best showing tonight. He's better than that. Josh was calling for Prentice to run a ball. We need better backup O-line. I agree with that. In the words of R. Kelly, I'm trying to take care of my kids and I can't do it after TJ said Fry fight for his life. That man was fighting for his life out there, man. That man was out there getting roasted and
barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert.
Barbecue chicken alert, man. Let's see. Are we keeping Crawl over Jimmy? Are we keeping Crawl over Jimmy?
No, come on.
Oh, come on, man. You know that ain't happening. No, sir. Lucas Crawl need to exit stage left after what I seen tonight. And I like him. But man, that dude too up and down for me, man. That's stock market. That's too up and down for me. Roller coaster ride. Now I'm good on it. Like, bro, you gotta take advantage of opportunities. You can't be out here catching one-hand snags and mossing people on first down and then missing wide open catches on second down. Like, nah, bro. That ain't it. Crawl got more drops than catches. Exactly. I mean, let me see how many drops this dude had tonight. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can probably see this. Let me see. All right, so this man, like, no lie, he got targeted 15 times. This man got targeted 15 freaking times tonight, and he caught 7. So what's that? That's under. Is that under 15? I mean, 50%. So nah. Too up and down. You gotta be consistent, man. we ought to be able to count on you when times get rough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be like, teasing us 1 minute, you know what I'm saying? And then, breaking our heart the next. Nah, man, can't be doing that, man. Rookie mistake by Jay. All right, here we go. Head coach Dennis Allen.
Turnover battle really for the first time. So thought that was a big difference in the game. But yet there was, a lot of positives, particularly early in the game. I thought we did some good things. It was nice to see Jimmy had a couple of nice catches, contested catches. So I'll open it up to questions.
Did you feel like you needed to see the contested catches going into this game?
Yeah, I think that was one of the things that we've said this, that, we don't have to see it every day from these guys, particularly the veteran players, but yet at some point we have to see it. So, and we saw it tonight.
Yeah, does it kick from 50 way more heavily than from 60, just given that that's probably a more common player? Is it kind of
I think it's all encompassing. He nailed the 50-yarder, went right down the middle, and then the 60-yarder just hung it out to the right, a little bit, and had plenty of leg. And look, I mean, percentages of 60-yarders aren't very high in our league, but yet I wanted to give the kid a chance to see what he could do, and he just missed the kick.
Dennis, were you pleased with Brian Brzez's activity in that first half? Just how he was?
Yeah. I thought he was active in the game. I don't know what his final stats were, but I did think he was active in the game, both in against the run and with the pass rush. So I thought I saw, looked like there was a couple of good things I saw at Isaiah Foskey also in the game. So look, we got some tough decisions that are coming up. We got a lot of good football players on this team, and we got to make some decisions over the next 48 hours.
Dennis, are you where you want to be after 3 preseason games?
I don't think you're ever where you want to be or where we need to be. We're in a race to improve, getting ready for the opener this, here in 2 weeks from today. But there's a lot of positives with this football team right now. But yet there's certainly some things we got to improve on.
How pleased were you to see the penalties in particular from it now?
Yeah, it was much better. It was much better in the game. I think we had one false start, and I think that was just – I think we took too long at the line of scrimmage and needed to kind of get into the flow a little bit and get the snap going. So, but I thought that was a step forward.
How have you just seen Jimmy kind of progress as he's gotten more snaps and he's gotten sledge on him and all that?
Yeah, I think really probably since the Charger practices, I started to see, some signs of the mental picture that I have of Jimmy Graham. And then again, I saw it this week in practice, and I saw it carry over into the game. So that was a positive.
How do you feel Isaiah Foskey's kind of progressed?
I think he's getting better, yet he's still a rookie and still has a long way to go. But he's made significant strides from where he was, in OTAs and even the first part of training camp. So, and look, that's what you want to see. You want to see a guy that every time he gets an opportunity to go out there and get more reps, you see a guy that's getting more comfortable in what we're asking him to do.
And it's how difficult is it going to be next 40 hours?
Well, look, this time of year is always difficult, and probably more difficult this year. And that's a good challenge to have, a good problem to have, knowing that, we've got a lot of good football players, and we'll go through this tomorrow and have some significant meetings to talk about it, and we'll pick the right 53 for this team.
More difficult than others just because you have a lot of guys for a few spots?
Yeah, I think we just got a lot of good players, and you can't keep them all. So there'll be some tough moves.
Will you guys do everything on Tuesday, or will we kind of?
Yeah, we'll discuss it tomorrow and see where we're at.
No rush for Trevor Penning tonight. Is that kind of just a sign that you've seen what you need to see?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we've seen some improvement out of him, and I think where we're at right now with where he is, and then, you know, you kind of take into account that, you know, last year in the preseason, in the last preseason game, he was injured, you know, so I felt good about where he was at and didn't want to risk putting him out there. He's getting closer. He's not full go yet. So, but he's continuing to rehab.
How do you go about evaluating something like that with some of these guys that maybe haven't had a lot of exposure to dealing with injuries this offseason?
Well, look, I mean, you know, some of the guys, you know, you've got some, you know, significant exposure to in terms of past experience. And then you got to go back to what you saw early on in camp. And yet, you know, gave some other guys some opportunities to try to impress. So, yeah, I think we'll look at all that and we'll take it all into consideration, and you know, we'll make the moves that we think are best for this team. Okay, guys, thanks.
All right, so that was head coach Dennis Allen talking about the Saints' 17-13 loss tonight and some of the difficult decisions that they have to make. And I have to agree with him, man. This is going to be tough. There's going to be a lot of really good players and a lot of guys that fans have really grown to love and respect that are not going to make this team. But that's just a testament to what the Saints are building and the competition level and guys stepping up and making those opportunities happen for them. So I know there was a competition cornerback. I think pretty much you're probably going to have Lattimore 1 and Paulson Adebo number 2. I didn't see Paulson Adebo tonight, but I definitely seen Alontae Taylor. So that tells you everything that you need to know as far as that. I'm going to read a few more of your comments, and then we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Let's see. Brzee had a sack, but whiffed on the tackle, but Lelos is balling out hard, and another sack. The backup D-line is Cole Motor. The backup D-line is Cole Motor. No, if we talking about Nico Lelos, Lalos, I just like to call him Lelos so I can use this sound bite. I just like doing that. But anyway, yeah, now his motor definitely running hot. He ain't nothing cold about that motor that Nico Lelos has, you know. So definitely not. Let's see. Corey Jackson says, "Hey TJ, are you still going to defend Jameis Winston?" Corey, thank you so much for being here. You know what I'm saying? I normally see you popping up in the chat, you know what I'm saying, when the show is all said and done. So it's good to see you that you actually joined us in the live. But what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Jameis Winston had a QBR of 107. 102 tonight. All right. The man threw a touchdown. Man threw a dime to Jimmy Graham. You know what I'm saying? He threw a touchdown to Jimmy Graham. Like, what are you talking about? This man was 11 of 16 tonight. So we're gonna criticize Jameis Winston. This isn't the night to do it. Okay. You know, check it out maybe later on down the line or something like that. He get opportunity and he don't play so well. But this isn't the night to talk about it. I mean, the guy went 11 of 16. All right, so this not the night to talk about it. I know you don't like him, and I know you think he's not a starting quarterback, and I know you think that he shouldn't be in the league and all that other stuff, but this ain't the night to talk about it. Try again, though. Try again. Maybe next time. Just like others have said, Jake Haener has got to learn not to lock in on one target. I agree with that. Yeah, it seemed like he was desperately trying to get Lucas Kroll to make the Saints tonight. The backups on the O-line a major concern. I agree with that. Haener was locked in on Kroll, cutting the mustard time. Let's see. Was Michael Thomas at the game tonight? I'm pretty sure he was. Probably didn't show him on the sidelines. I mean, quite a few guys didn't really show. Texans played starters, Saints didn't. Yeah, I mean, I would play starters too if my starting quarterback of the future was out there. I'd play him too. I ain't mad at him for that. I still think we need another pass rusher, though. I agree with that. Feeling good about our D-line, even with Foskey not flashing enough. Hope he's not just a redshirt rookie this year. Hopefully he hit the ground running. Exactly. When talking about Jameis Winston, it's like Trump winning the election. That ain't out of the realm of possibility. Just be honest with you, crazy these folks is out here. Anyone else concerned about the O-line? Seems like we have lack of depth, and the only sure thing right now is the right tackle Ramchick. Yeah, but I mean, look, I'm gonna say this though. That offensive line played well, like in that series with Derek Carr when he was out there. They played pretty well. And they also played well in that second series when they were out there with Jameis Winston. So, I mean, I think a lot of what we see is a bunch, like we ain't really seeing too much of the starters. Like we ain't really see too many of them. And I think we getting a false sense of reality because, I mean, look, Andrews Pete, I mean, come on, give me a break. All right. I mean, seriously. Dude has been getting beat like a Persian rug for I don't know how long. So I don't even like consider that. But I'm just saying a lot of what we saw was a bunch of backup guys. And I think some people just kind of feel like when they come out there on the first series, oh, those are the starters. But those aren't all the starters. Is this a make or break a year for Dennis? If so, what does he need to do to keep his job safe? Win more games than he loses and make, look, me personally, if I feel like if Dennis Allen goes 8-9, he gonna still stay with the team, right? If he makes it to the playoffs, he definitely gonna still be here with the team. I think at worst, you looking at Dennis Allen getting the third year as a head coach and maybe getting fired at the end of the third year or in the middle of the third year if it don't work out. But I can't see him. I can't see him losing his job, like unless the Saints just like completely like just fall off a cliff, like picking in a top 3 or something like that. Then I would have to say, yeah, your boy getting fired. But if they go like 8-9 or 9-8, he's still gonna stay. How many wide receivers we keeping? Is this the year that Traquan goes? If so, who gets his spot? A.T. Perry and I. Whew, that's a tough one. Based on what Traquan brings to the table as a blocker, as a wide receiver, the dirty work guy, I can see him staying around. But it would not surprise me if he does get cut. It's one of them situations where I'm kind of like, I feel like he can make the team because I feel like no other guy at wide receiver can do the things that he does. Like him or not, like he is the guy that does the dirty work, right? To make other guys look good. But at the same time, it's like having another guy on the team that you're only looking at as a block on the outside more so than catching the ball. That's somebody else that can be out there that probably can go for 100 if somebody else goes down, right? So it's tough. And then you're not out there either. I'm extremely concerned with O-line depth and lack thereof. It's not as if we haven't been beset by injuries there in the past couple of years. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's concerning, but we'll see, man. We'll see. TJ, who has your vote, Roby or Taylor, to play the nickel? Oh, Roby. Bradley Roby. Lante Taylor is not ready for prime time when it comes to the slot. I like him on the outside, but the inside, nah. That's Bradley Roby. 9-8, the minimum for Dennis to keep his job, in my opinion. I think Perry is better blocker than Smith. I disagree with that. I 100% disagree with that. Like, nah. You can like A.T. Perry as a pass catcher, but he is not a better blocker than Traquan Smith. He is not. I mean, I know he had that good block tonight, when John Trey Kirkland caught that wide receiver screen for a first down, but he's not a better blocker than Traquan. He just not. Let's see. Dennis' main goal is to win division, especially now that we have Carr. Yeah, I mean, look, you got to win a division. You got to win a division, and you should win a division. You got the best, like you got the I'm comfortable saying this. You got the best quarterback in the division. You got the best defense in the division. You got better veteran leadership in the division, and your schedule, it compared to like most schedule makers and prognosticators is relatively easy, compared to other teams. So yes, you should win the division at best. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at worst, you should win the division. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go to the playoffs and lose in the first round, like, at least you supposed to win the division. Like, there is no ifs, ands, or maybes. The Saints need to win the division. What position group do you have no concerns with? No concerns with? The running back position? Running backs? I mean, look, Alvin Kamara, Jamal Williams, Kendre Miller, I ain't got no concerns with that. I think all those guys are capable of running the football. Other than that, to be honest with you, safety, I'm not concerned about the safety position. The safety position is something I'm not concerned about either. Probably safety is probably the one position that I am confident about. I mean, let somebody go down, then we have another conversation. The best running backs and wide receivers in the division, two besides Tampa. PJ would be an upgrade. Our special teams still don't have a return game, especially because of blocking. Yeah, I mean, but we'll see, man. We'll see. What are your thoughts on Smoke Monday? Show me something in a few games, but I think he ended up making a team in a special teams capacity. Let's see, is May facing the suspension or not? I'm pretty sure he is. If he received probation, yeah, he more than likely gonna get suspended. Jonathan Abram hometown. Yeah, Jonathan Abram, yeah, I think that's gonna be a long shot. Lucia Crawl. Yeah, Lucas Crawl, yeah, 2 up and down for me. 2 up and down for me. Dennis Mango is to win the division, especially now that he got Carr. Team Traquan. Can't wait to see what linebackers make the team. Yeah, I agree. That should be interesting right there. The rookie quarterback looked bad tonight. Yeah, it wasn't his best showing. Lonnie Johnson or Howden. I'll go with Lonnie Johnson. How was the South Carolina campus? I didn't go on campus. I just went to the stadium. I didn't go on campus. I actually just went to the stadium. The stadium kind of sits out by itself. But no, I didn't go on camp. I mean, I didn't go on campus, but the stadium looks nice. Yeah, if May out for 6 games, we need to sign PJ back. Well, I mean, you got Lonnie Johnson, you got Jonathan Abram out there, I don't really too much trust Jonathan Abram in coverage. He's kind of like, to me, he's like Roman Harper. You know what I'm saying? How Roman Harper was, like, inside the box, he was straight, but he was a liability in coverage. Yeah, that's kind of like that's kind of what Jonathan Abram is. Folks who are tripping about Spears making several preseason highlights plays and already dismissing Miller reveals themselves as casual and not understanding of how context and scheme fit works. Well, look, people just get excited about some of the things that they see, and they don't understand the nuances of the game and how things work, and I can't blame them. Like, if you don't, like, some people just don't know how to evaluate football. I mean, it's right. Like, some of us had the benefit of actually playing, understanding concepts. Some of us, like, shouts out to my boy Deuce Wenham, who spends hours at a time, so I think he's done some scouting in the past, if I ain't mistaken. Like, he can able to break it down and evaluate stuff. And, some people just have that gift. And then you have people out here who, feel like they're getting the real deal Holyfield when they're looking at highlights. I mean, look, some people aren't blessed with that privilege. I mean, to be able to understand those concepts. And I'm not gonna knock them for that, man. I'm not gonna knock them. Now I will knock them if they feel like they getting the whole entire story and they going back and forth with you based on some highlights. Now, no, calm down, player. But I can understand, like, people getting all hyped up and swole up, over what they actually watching and what they see. But it ain't always it ain't always it. They call highlights, right? For a reason. I want another pass rusher, but I don't think long as we create turnovers that'll offset that lack of for sure. Double-digit solo sack guy. I'm confident in the defensive line to generate it. Yeah. I mean, I just want to see these guys go out there and ball out. Joe Dog, you right. I'm not impressed with Miller at all. Well, I mean, I don't know exactly what you want to see from a guy who mostly comes in the game and running behind third string offensive linemen. I mean, how impressive do you want? I mean, I don't understand. Like, what do you want? Like, you want him to run for 100 yards, third, fourth string offensive line? And then on top of that, we got to also take into account the guy is injured. I mean, he has a knee brace on. Like, the fact that he's out there, like, giving it his all and giving it, you know what I'm saying, the old college try is admirable. You know, he is admirable. You know, the dude tore his ACL in college, right? He messed up this MCL in the first game of preseason. Everybody thought like the dude was going to be missing time, but he's out there giving it his all. And I know sometimes, like, when we see these guys and they're out there and they dress and they're playing, we're not looking at the fact that these guys could possibly be dealing with some limitations. But, you know, I got respect for him, you know, for him even being out there. I'm just happy out there. TJ, are you still defending Jameis Winston? I already just told you, man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The dude had a QBR of 102. He went 11 of 16 tonight for 94 yards and a touchdown. So what do you want me to say? Like, what are you trying to insinuate here? What are you trying to insinuate? You know, are you just want me to like go back and forth? Do you want me to just say he terrible or something like that? He didn't play terrible tonight. He went 11 of 16. I mean, what? I don't know what your angle is, my friend. Quan balling out in Pittsburgh should have given him another shot. Well, I think Jalen Smith is just as good. I think Jalen Smith just as good as Quan Alexander, to be honest with you. Let's see. Miller will be good, trust. And the dude dealing with an MCL injury. Let's see. What do you have against Winston? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, this ain't the night to talk about the dude, man. Somebody said, Lee, he is trash. Yeah, well, Corey, I'll tell you what. Why don't you show him how it's done? Why don't you go out there and throw a 60-yard pass on a rope and show Jameis Winston what you made out of? Maybe we got this all wrong. Maybe we should remove Jameis Winston and replace him with Corey Jackson. Yeah, that's right. Corey Jackson, right? Let's get him out there. Let's show him how it's done, man. Let's see how you can fit them balls through tight windows. Let's see how you can do that. Then we really can have ourselves a quarterback of the future, right? Because I know for a fact, you know, if Jameis Winston tonight went 11 of 16, Corey Jackson can at least go 19 of 20. Corey Jackson can at least complete over 75% of his passes, man. I mean, I'm telling you, like, because when it comes to like evaluating quarterbacks, it don't get no better than that. When it comes to playing the quarterback position, don't get no better than that. I mean, I'm telling you right now, anybody that can say these things right here, I'm confident that they're better than the person that they talking about. Sorry, TJ, but they don't pay me millions to throw a football. I mean, they don't, but they should, right? They should, right? Because, I mean, because going 11 or 16 and having a QBR of over 100, you know, like that ain't good enough, right? All I'm saying is, all jokes aside, Corey, thank you for being here, man. I understand what you're saying. All I'm saying is, bro, like, this ain't the night to talk about the dude. And the dude is not trash. Like, he is not trash. Like, look, there's some garbage out here in the National Football League. There is some garbage out here in the National Football League. Jameis Winston is better than Jameis Winston is better than, I would say, I can say at least about 8 or 9 starting quarterbacks in the National Football League right now. He's better than. I'm serious. Like I feel like this dude can be a starter in the league. I'm sorry. I don't know what your angle is. I don't know what you have against him. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you're just one of them people that just feel like, you know, he ain't good enough. Maybe you still holding on to something that happened back then. I don't know. But the dude is a good quarterback. Right? I'm just saying. I mean, he ain't terrible. I know you want people to believe that he's terrible, but he's not. He's not. Does he make mistakes? Yeah. Does he sometimes, you know what I'm saying, take things upon himself and try to put a team on his back and he doesn't make the best decisions? Absolutely. But you can say that about, you know what I'm saying, plenty of quarterbacks. But all I'm saying is the dude isn't as bad as you making him out to be. Seamus Tail, right? Nah, I'm serious, man. I'm all jokes aside. Look, I understand that, but look, I can't get on board. I can't get on board and just saying that the man is just awful. Like he's just the worst thing ever. Like he's not the worst quarterback I've ever seen. LOL. Thanks, Corey. I needed that laugh. Drew Corey Brees. Baker Mayfield for sure. Saints season predictions. That's coming out this week, man. Y'all be on the lookout for that. Says Jameis Winston is the best backup in the league, and that's a fact. I agree with that. Jameis Winston is so good, 31 other teams didn't want to sign him. That ain't true. That ain't true, bro. Like, and that's another reason. Like, that's another reason why we can't just be throwing stuff out here. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not true. I know for a fact that ain't true. I know for a 100% fact that ain't true. You know, I talk to people within the National Football League, reporters or what have you. I know for a fact that is not true. 100% false. So don't even like put that in the chat, bro. I don't even want to put you out there like that. I don't even want you to go out like that. That is not true. That is not true. I know for a fact they had at least 6 teams that called about Jameis Winston in the offseason. At least. And if it ain't, you know what I'm saying, it ain't 6, it was close to it. They had teams that inquired about Jameis Winston. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. That is not true. I see a whole entire Who Dat Nation just gave Corey attention, and that's not good. Hey, man, I'm just saying, like, when you say you're adamant about somebody being trash, I'm like, man, 11-16 ain't the night to talk about them. That's all I'm saying. Needs to keep Grupe and cut and trade Lutz. Again, he had a high school QBR over 100 with second and third string offensive line players. What these fools talking about? I don't know, man. I don't even want to get into this. Every time somebody starts talking about Jameis Winston should be a starter, here come everybody giving their 2 cents. And the next thing you know, people up there coming at me, talk about, man, you don't like Jameis. I've been watching you, and I noticed you don't like Jameis. Like, bruh, I ain't got no time for that, man. Everybody know how I feel about Jameis Winston. But, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to be, look, I felt last game I was critical of Jameis because I felt like it was worth criticizing. I felt like he could have played better, and tonight he played better. So, I mean, that's all you want. I was critical of Isaiah Foskey. I felt like he needed to play better, and he played better. That's all you can ask for. If Jameis going 30 for 30, Corey, you going 0 for 100. Jameis Winston is the best backup for our team league. He's good on the field at first half, though. Hell nah. Speaking of Will Lutz, that man life flashed before his eyes when he almost swallowed his heart today. I just want to see I just want to see this pinpoint accuracy by Corey Jackson, man. That's what I want to see. Man. Hey, man, but like all jokes aside, though, man, look, no matter what side of the fence that you're on when it comes to it, I think we all are in agreement that we just want this team to win. We just want the best product on the field, and we want to see this team succeed and reach heights that we haven't seen in a very long time. So I'm looking forward to the NFL season. Preseason is over. On to the regular season. The games count. And the next time you see the New Orleans Saints will be their starters. I will be right here on the State of the Saints podcast as they cut down the team, getting down to 53. Also this week, I will be doing my 2023 NFL schedule for the New Orleans Saints predictions. Looking forward to that. And, looking forward to putting some content out on the gumbopodsports.com and also Gumbo Pod Sports as well. State of the Swag, Therapy Couch Podcast. We're going to be here, man. We're going to be here giving you all wall-to-wall content every single time. All right. But this has been the State of the Saints podcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And also previous episodes of the State of the Saints podcast are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM. You can follow me on X at TJAY Jones 8. That's TJAY Jones 8. Till next time, all I got to say is, who dat?
Hey, don't let these tears fool you. It's all dog around this mug. I'm good.